Hi, and welcome to this screencast for your Ancient World History class. What I thought that I would do here is to provide you with a little screencast to kind of show you some of the advantages of the databases that we have in our library and also give you a few tips on how to write your thesis. We'll be going over most of this, if not all of this, in class, but I thought that it would be a good idea to upload this screencast as well so that you can have it if you need it at home, or if you kind of forgot how to do something, or if you needed a little reminder. So we will begin by taking a quick look at how to access the databases and how to use them to the best of your ability. So as you should know by now, you go to the library webpage, Right Library, and you click on the yellow link right here, yellow box, the library subscription database. That will take you to this page right here. And out of all these tabs, you click on History, Ancient, and Medieval. That's going to be the kind of overall category that you are going to use. The first database that I will take a look at today is this one right here. ABC Clio's World History, Ancient, and Medieval Eras. And I already have that one up. So I'll click on it right there. So the first thing that you want to do, instead of using the search bar here, what you want to do is go to eras. And you click on eras. And let's say my topic is Alexander the Great. So I will go under Ancient Greece, right over here. I will go to the Hellenistic Age, and I will click on Alexander's Legacy. So that takes me to this page right here, where first of all there's a little bit of an overview over Alexander's legacy. Now the kind of good stuff here is on the left hand side in this little segment over here. As you can see here, there's an overview, activity, discussion. You don't have to worry about activity or discussion, but when you go down and if you click on articles, it gives you links to a number of different articles, to Alexander himself, to Antigonus, to Cleopatra VII, Ptolemy, etc., etc. It also gives you information, articles about Alexandria, the library and museum, Egypt, Macedonia, the Persian Empire, the Seleucid Empire, etc., etc. And then at the bottom here, it also gives you another article. This one is about the career of Alexander the Great, so probably a more descriptive article than the one that I have here. It also gives you, if you click on Media, Visuals and Maps, it gives you visuals, his legacy, gives you maps, what his empire looked like, etc., etc. It gives you a bunch of images of Alexander, of Philip, his father, etc., etc. It also gives you a few documents. Gives you some quotes that Alexander said and some general information about Alexander. So again, if you go to ABC Clio, don't just focus on the article right here, but instead make sure that you explore this left-hand side navigation, that you can look through very carefully all of these different options that are there. So that's ABC Clio. Now if we turn back to the database page on the library's webpage, the next one we'll look at is Facts on File. Facts on File, this one right here. And this is Facts on File right here. So in the same fashion as we did before, we'll now we'll go to Topic Centers. So we'll go to Topic Centers. And that gives me all the different topics here. We have Egypt, Mesopotamia, etc., etc. Since my topic is Alexander the Great, I will click on Ancient Greece. So now it gives me overview essays, a number of general essays dealing with all these different topics: architecture, art, economy, education, family, etc., etc. It also gives me important events and topics, key people, and some primary sources. So again, I'm going to look at Alexander here. So I'll go under Key People, and I'll look at Alexander the Great. So this gives me basically a biographical sketch of Alexander, what he did, how he grew up, all that kind of good stuff. Again, be sure that you look at the sidebar here, because here under the sidebar you have some related biographies. Darius III, you remember him, he was the guy that always tried to beat Alexander and never could do so. We have Philip II, his father, etc., etc. Then we also have some other related events and topics. If you want to do more research about Alexander the Great in Asia, for instance, maybe the route that he took, maybe the city of Alexandria, the siege of Tyre, which was part of the wars that he fought against the Persians. It even gives you a video here, gives you some images and some maps. Again, there's a lot of good information on the right hand side on the sidebar here. So again, that's facts on file. So we'll close that and then we'll go back to the database page again. The last one that I want to show you here is this Gale, World History in Context, World History in Context. And I have that one open right there. And again, as you can see, this deals with all kinds of different types of history. We got some Hitler Youth here, so that's obviously modern history. But in the same manner as we did before, we'll go to Browse Topics. We'll click on that, and let's see if we can find Alexander. He's right there, Alexander the Great. So you click on Alexander. And the good thing about Gale World History in Context is that on this page right here, it gives you an overview of a number of different resources. It has what they call featured content, which is in this case the conquest of Alexander, what he conquered. Here's just a biography of him. Here are some summaries of the military campaigns of him. And then this is perhaps the most useful feature of this database, is that it also gives you other resources about Alexander. So for instance, for this research paper you need a periodical. A periodical is either an academic journal right here or a magazine. So if you want to find out what kind of magazines that are listed here, you just click on magazines, and then you have a couple of different magazines here. Alexander in Afghanistan, Mitchell Raphael on One Gracious Solution, May as something or the other. So again, you have some magazines there. Or if you want to look at the academic journals, click on that. And of course, these are not all the academic journals. There are 30 of them here. So if you click here, you get even more results. So you can look at this, Philip II of Macedonia, Greater than Alexander, Alexander the Great, whatever it might be. So again, this website right here is very, very useful when it comes to finding your periodical or other sources. It also gives you videos. I'm going to click on videos. Let's see what we have videos over here. Alexander the Great conquers Persia, so you can look at that. So again, these are some really, really useful databases. I know that some of you might be a little reluctant to use the databases, but I really think that for this project you can find a lot of good information on these databases. So try to use them as much as you can. Shifting gears here a little bit, if we should go over and take a look at how to create a thesis. I know some of you have already asked me, you know, I had to decide on one question and then I had to answer that question. That's what I told you in my directions in the sheets that I gave you. So this is how I envisioned that. This is how you do this. So I have this Google Doc, and in this example my topic is the unification of Germany in 1871. That's my main topic. Germany unified in 1871, and I want to research that and find out what happened and what took place. So just like you did, I came up with 4 questions. How did Germany unify? Who played a leading role in the unification? Why did Germany unify? And lastly, did the German people support the unification? So I had these 4 questions that are all somewhat related. But after doing some research, I went to the databases, I looked at books, I searched the internet, and I did all kinds of different research. I've come up with the idea that I'm going to focus on one question. It's going to be my main question here. So I decided to focus on why did Germany unify? That is going to be my main question. That doesn't mean that I can't include these other questions and the other information in my essay. But what it means is that this question right here, why did Germany unify? I'm going to bold that. Why did Germany unify? That is going to be the main focus on my essay, and it will also be the basis for my thesis. So now, as I told you in the instructions, I have to take this main question, why did Germany unify? I have to answer it. So after doing all this research, I've come up with the following answer. This is my answer. Germany unified because of So after doing all the research that I wanted to do, I have come up with this following answer. This is the information that I have found. And that is that Germany unified because of Otto von Bismarck, who was a German politician, his desire for a strong and central power in Europe. So the fact that Bismarck wanted to have a strong and central power in Europe, that was the reason why Germany unified. So now this answer will be my thesis. So my thesis is Germany unified because of Otto von Bismarck's desire for a strong and central power in Europe. So now what I have to do throughout my paper is that I have to prove this point. So in my body paragraphs, I'm going to describe what Otto von Bismarck's desire looked like, why he wanted a strong, why he wanted a central power in the middle of Europe. Now, in some instances, it might be difficult for you to pick one question as kind of the main question. And if you do find yourself struggling to do that, I encourage you to come see me, and we'll try to figure out what the best question to have as a main question is and how to answer that question. Sometimes you might have to modify your questions a little bit depending on what kind of research you find. So again, these are just a couple of different tips as you work away at your research project here. As always, if you have any questions, any concerns, do let me know. I'm always willing and happy to help you. And of course, we'll spend some time in class on these issues as well. But this little screencast here is just meant to be a little bit of an extra help for you. Good luck.